Hey guys, how's it going? Mike Gross here, rockinguitarlessons.com and youtube.com/rockinguitarlessons1. This is about CVT and CT guitar lessons that I offer. Basically, I'm going to tell you what they are. Started by you guys, ideas you had. But I've been getting, before I jump deep into it, because they involve, well, I'll just go ahead and get into it. Basically, you pick the song and the solo, or whatever parts of the song that you want. That's what custom stands for. And I handwrite the tabs. I transcribe by ear. I don't use tab sites. I just don't trust them. And I'd rather, if I'm going to make a mistake, I'll make it on my own. But I really aim for trying to get these songs the way the band's recorded them. Usually they're studio versions that you guys seem to want. I have had some rare occasions where you wanted live versions of stuff, which is totally fine. An A version and a B version, simplified versions, you know, campfire style strumming. So that C stands for custom, and then basically you let me know what it is you want done. I've even done some designed for beginning guitar players, or I did one for a student that was strictly on bar chords and tricks to get them, you know, clear and clean and using them in a progression. So, but usually it's songs that you guys are wanting. But I've been having a few people asking about what I use for the tabs, and what it is. This is tab paper, and what I put on the top. With these lessons, I also do the EQ, you know, within reason. You know, everyone has different amps and pickups and stuff they do in the recording studio, but it gets you a ballpark on the EQ. You know, the low on your amp may be on 7 for this song. You know, the mid, whatever, 8, the highs may be 10, the gain may be 11. No, just kidding. But mine goes to 11. But, you know, that way, they're really, when you get these tabs, pretty much your questions are all answered because everything's in here. I also, we got the song name up here. Wait, I'm backwards. I'm looking at it on the back. So we put the song, the band, the tuning that the song is in, and the uploader's name. Because what I do is I timestamp so you can pull up the song, and we need to make sure we're on the same video together on this song. So if you're not hearing the part, or you just want some, you know, affirmation on, you know, what part is this? I'm just not hearing it. You can actually, when I write out your tabs, I'll timestamp it. You know, this will probably be 000 or 001. Or if I'm using the official video, there may be a little storyline in the beginning and it may not come in until 33 seconds, but all that'll be notated, and I write them in sections. I'll use like S1. You know, that would be, you know, when you got song formats, you're dealing with, like, it could be several different things, but you could have intro, verse, pre-chorus, and chorus. And then it may run through that again, and then you may have a bridge going into the guitar solo. So what I do, instead of write intro, verse, chorus, pre-chorus, bridge, all that, I just give them section names, and I use parentheses at the start of the section and the end of it, and then how many times they play that, 2x or 4x. When techniques are in a song, I have a legend up here of the notation. One thing I noticed is people use different symbols, like in the 80s, it seems like there's only 1 or 2 ways, you know. And then, you know, the computer world, internet world took off, and just people put whatever they want. But I use the same symbols all the time. So if it's a palm mute, it's going to be or using an X underneath of it for anything that's palm mute. Those are slides. The fingering is written for you. They're just super, super detailed. Okay, so what I do after I get the song completed, and it's all in sections. If it does repeats a part, rather than me write it all out again, I just refer to go back to section 1 4 times. It's kind of the common sense. You don't have to overthink it. And remember, tabs is really the map to help memorize. You don't want to have to depend on looking at your tabs forever. They're your learning tool. Once it's memorized, you don't use these, and you just play off memory. And that's the cool thing with tabs. You don't have to overanalyze. You may at first, like I said, but once it's here, then you start applying it. Okay, so what I do with the tabs is I scan them, I send them as a PDF file. That's standard. You know, all computers have them. Each page is a separate attachment, so it gets sent to your email, and you pull it up, and the tabs will be, you know, page 1 will be right there on your screen for you. Of course, you can print them off or whatever you want to do. That's a CT lesson. That's custom tablature. No video. The other option is CVT lessons, which is more popular. A lot of people like to see, you know, have the visual and the audio too. So that's the same exact process. You know, the tabs get scanned and emailed to you, and the videos I upload to my channel. And I say videos because usually it's 2 or 3 videos. The way my camera is set up, it records like 17 minutes and some amount of seconds, like 17, 14, and then it bumps it into a second video. So I don't know why that is. It has something to do with the HD settings, and I don't want to mess with them because I think the quality's looking pretty dang good. So so that's really all it is. If that's something you're interested in, I have CVT students just like I have my students on Skype that I teach, and a lot of repeat customers. I have a lot of CVT students that just come back. I have once a month CVT students. I even have a student that has me do 3, 4 a month sometimes for her. So hi Sarah, if you're watching this. So and they're really cool. You can work at them at your pace. They're always there. It comes in convenient for people that maybe, you know, they want to do the lessons with me, but they can't commit to a set day, set time on Skype, which is how I do it. You get a set day, set time, and it's that same time every week, or bi-weekly. So you work at them at your pace. You always have the tabs. The video is always going to be on the channel. If you're interested, payments are made, by the way, to my PayPal account, and all you need is a debit card. You don't have to have a PayPal account, and that's something I wanted to point out too. When you're buying goods and services, all you need is your debit card. Okay, if you're selling a service like I am, you have to have an account to come to receive that. You know what I mean? So all you need is a debit card. My PayPal email, tvxpunk@aol.com. What I'll do when you email me, be as specific as you can as far as what you want. You may not want the whole song, so I need to know up front if you want a certain version. Make sure all that stuff's clear, and I'll get you a price quote. Email you the price quote, get you the PayPal information, you make the payment, and I schedule you in. Now, they've really taken off, so I can't tell you if you had me do a CVT lesson for you tomorrow and contacted me and actually paid for it, that you would have it within 3 to 5 days, because it depends. I may have 3 or 4 people ahead of you that have paid. So what I do is I'll give you a guesstimation as far as, 10 to 14 days. I usually give worst case scenario, and I usually deliver sooner, because once I start on these, I'm into it. So they're really cool. It's a fun way to learn. So if that's something that interests you, email me, rockinguitarlessons@hotmail.com. You've already seen it in the edits, and I'll get you a price quote and get started and get you all your information. I save your contact information, save you in my iPhone, because if you're a CVT student, that's exactly what you are. You're one of my students. So I save all your guys' information. Sometimes people hit me up 4 or 5 months down the road and want another one, so that way I know who you guys are. All right? So be sure to share these videos if you don't mind. Of course, subscribe to the channel. Add me on social media, Facebook, and all that good stuff. And until next time, I'm Mike Gross. There you go. This is a very thorough CVT CT guitar lesson tutorial. So hopefully I've really answered any questions that you may have had. All right? See you guys soon.